Hello and welcome to Paxton Road. It is episode 3 of Nigel's Views. Back after a long hiatus, and I thought it was perfect time to check in. We've had our first 4 games of the season. Started 3 for 3. Had a loss. A bit of a strange one, to be honest, but I think it's a decent time to come in and kind of talk about the good, the bad of our season so far, what I see going forward. Just yeah, it's kind of a catch up on that one. I think where I'd like to start, I'd probably say three wins out of 4. In terms of the results, you can't complain. Even the loss, I'm not going to complain about that loss because I mean the series of events that took place for that to happen. I mean, you lose your centre backs and you have to move your right back over to centre back, and then he gets a red card, and then the other centre back gets injured, and then do you know what I mean? And then Son has a calf injury. It's fine. I'm gonna wipe the slate clean on that one. It's fine. What I will say though is it gave me the team to start that game. Honestly, it did worry me because when I saw Winks, Ali, um, Hoiberg, and Skip, I thought, okay. I mean, I've said for a while we have had a problem with breaking down strong teams. One of the things that we've been arguing about in the group chat: do we need another striker? What is our creativity? We've been so reliant on Kane to provide goals for us. Son picks up the load every once in a while. You know, we haven't really replaced our Ericsson type player. Tongi is in the gulag right now, so um, I looked at that and I thought, okay, Nuno, what solutions do we have? You know, I watch us, and to be honest, we've won our games. We've won our games. We've scored one goal, one goal, one goal, won the game. Do you know what I mean? What more do you want than that? But it does remind me of last season. I watched this at Everton in the first game with Jose, and I thought this is a performance that lacks creativity. But we went on a winning streak, and you know what I said? Clearly, whatever the hell we're doing, it's working. But I think a lesson that I've learned from last season is over 36 games, you will get found out. So I am a little bit worried about our creative solutions there and what we can we can fill in. I mean, I know we had our review of the players' ratings, and Bergwijn was getting slaughtered. But to be honest with you, I really do like what Bergwijn does off the ball. I think he has no end product, and I mean, we hypothetically say he just needs to get his end product, but it's not as easy as say he'll just get an end product. We have no guarantees he'll get an end product. So I'm going to just carry on the assumption that he never has an end product. And to be honest with you, I think he adds more to the team than he takes away. I would like to see Brian Hill play, but obviously he's pretty young. I mean, he's even coming off the bench for the Spain Olympic team during that time. So um, Bergwijn fitting the profile, working hard, creating off-ball runs. So missing him at the weekend was another thing that probably didn't work in our favour. Missing Son was another thing that didn't work in our favour. But still, with them in the team, we haven't looked that able to create massive chances. I think a lot of our chances come when we pick up the ball high up the pitch, and our midfield does that pretty well. We have a decent press. We usually pinch the ball and we can turn it over quickly, especially with Lucas Moura, who's willing to carry, and Højbjerg, who's willing to get in an interception. Skippy as well. We do that well, but I see us struggling to break down a team, you know. And to be honest, there was remnants of us getting better at that in the Palace game. Was it the Palace game? I'm not sure which game it was, but I saw we had spells where we were genuinely pretty happy with the football that we were playing, and yeah, I hope that that's the pattern that continues. I mean, quite clearly, Harry Kane isn't Harry Kane right now, and he's been carrying a load for us creatively and goal scoring wise. He's not up to speed yet. We'll see what Nuno implements at that point. Um, what the tactics will be with Kane there. Do we look more able to break down a team at that point? Who knows? Who knows? I do think. I mean, okay, cool. I don't want to sound like a negative, whatever the hell it is, but as much as I'll say Dyer and Sanchez haven't been moon boots and number six, um, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I think we're riding our luck right now. And again, I think as a football fan, last year taught me a lot. Over 36, you'll get caught out. And who's the real Eric Dyer? Who's the real Davinson Sanchez? I would be lying to you if I said last year didn't give me PTSD. They've played well. We missed them. We missed them heavily against Palace. It was an aberration of a game, but we missed them heavily, which is honestly something I never thought I'd be saying. Um, we seem to be happy with them. I'm pretty sure Romero is going to come in at some point. He has to. We paid big money for a centre back. Romero is going to come in. He's going to replace one. I'm leaning towards he replaces Dyer personally. I just see Sanchez as obviously being mobile and being athletic, and to be fair, he's just a better centre back. He's more likely to make a mistake, but I mean, if we're going off upside, you still kind of have to pick Davinson Sanchez. I think the only thing Dyer has working in his favour is more of a leader. You may trust his personality more, but honestly, as a centre back who can't defend the near post, it worries me a little bit. Like I say, last year we saw Dyer and Sanchez getting things done. Do you know what I mean? And around Christmas time, we were sitting here saying, "Let's win the league." And I kept saying, "Yeah, we're not doing this, we're not doing that, but we'll sort it." And I took it for granted. So this year, nothing's being taken for granted. Nothing's being taken for granted. There's a lot of positives. We've defended better. We have been organised. We have been very protected, but we've been organised. To be honest, I still don't see it riding out the full 38 games. It's a sore point for me. I think the whole Tabasco, let's just call it a kerfuffle in South America with Romero. It's a bit upsetting, to be honest, because the quicker we embed him into our team, the more I am confident in us going forward. I really think he's a proper centre back, and as much as I'm enjoying what Sanchez and Dyer are doing, I do think we're on borrowed performances. I don't think you cleanse those things out of the system that quickly. Now, were they victims of Mourinho? Were they victims of us sitting back? Yeah, I believe so. But do I also believe that Dyer is a centre back that's going to get you into the top four? Probably not. Do I see Sanchez as a centre back in any of the other big teams? Man United, Chelsea, City, Liverpool, the teams that we're trying to knock out to get back to where we want to be? Probably not. What are we aiming for here? And do I see those two providing that for us on a consistent basis? No. So as much as it's happening now, I'm willing to wait on that to be sorted, because I'm still not buying it. Yeah, I mean, I do want to say Dele Alli. I didn't misspeak, because I'm still not convinced you can play football. But your attitude, if you're watching, which you aren't, but if you are, your attitude. I'm so impressed. Like, one thing that I loved about the Jose team that we had was we were after it. Certain games, we were hyenas, and Dele Alli is an absolute hyena right now. He's up and down. He is looking fit. He's come into the season in phenomenal shape. Every single game, just because of his sheer attitude, I wouldn't put his performance below a 7. He even nicked us that game where he won a penalty, and that's the Dele I love. Like, just in there playing on edge and just making things happen. You know, he's not. I don't think he's the most naturally gifted player, but I always say, make the runs, be clever. He's capable of a moment of genius. He's a smart player. I'll give him. He's a very smart player. He's capable of winning us those penalties, being in those areas, reading a bounce that a defender hasn't read. Yeah, I have to say, as someone who has been the first to slate him, I will put my hands up and I'll say, Dele, you've impressed me this year, and I really do hope that it continues. I really do, because I think the work that he's put in has been very noticeable. Nuno's probably very happy with it, and yeah, I do want that to continue. As in, does he fit into what we want to do with our team? Is our team better with Dele on, Højbjerg on, Skip on, right? Or is it better with Højbjerg on, Skip on, Tongi on? I don't know. I mean, I've already done a video on Tongi. I think possibly that chapter's passed. We've put him back in our conference squad, but I mean, I don't know what to make of it. But at this very moment, Dele is hard to kick out of the team. He is in there for being a workhorse. But the only reason I bring up, are we better with him, or are we better slotting Tongi back in, or do we take Skip out? I don't know, because I feel like a solution needs to be come to here where we can get some creativity, where we can have a risk-taking passer, and I think Dele's a guy who's on the end of a pass rather than making the pass on the most part. He's capable, but again, over 38, do you know what I mean? We have looked pretty dry in some moments. Yeah, I mean, the goals we scored, we've had a penalty. I'm pretty sure it was completely run against the run of play, and we hung on. And we had a great performance. The goal that Son scored outside of the box goes through a defender's legs. Keeper sees it late, doesn't even dive. I mean, you don't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket, but again, are we counting on these? The other one, what was the other one we scored? Son, indirect free kick. His quality has been incredible this year with his balls. Bounces in, he puts it into the right area, and he gets what he deserves, I guess, if no one hits it. But yeah, long picture. I'm just thinking long picture. We've done very well to win the games that we've won. I think there's a good feel-good factor in the camp. People are fighting again. People look like they want to win football matches. People are, showing the right characteristics that I expect from the team, right? The things that I loved when the Jose team was at its best. We are a pack right now, but there is flaws that I still see that I'm hoping we can reach solutions to. Embedding Romero into the team, getting some creativity. Those are the two things. But 3 from 4, we're not Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? We're not Arsenal, so I'll take it. But yeah, anyway, I'll be back. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And Nigel views.